Greetings! Today, the winds carry us to the golden sands of the Middle East and the grand palaces of the Ottoman Empire. Suleiman the Magnificent, a sultan who was a lawmaker, a patron of the arts, and a master of ruling with wisdom and finesse. Get ready to discover his struggles, his triumphs, and the immortal legacy he left behind. Early life. In 1494, on the shores of the Black Sea in the city of Trabzon, the man who would forever be remembered as Suleiman the Magnificent was born. He was the son of the formidable Selim I, known as Selim the Grim, but Suleiman's destiny would be quite different. From a young age, he was meticulously groomed for the throne, educated in the teachings of Islam, the arts of politics, and the secrets of war. Suleiman possessed a curious mind and an insatiable passion for knowledge. One of the more intriguing influences in his life was an unexpected friend, Pargala Ibrahim, a Christian slave who won Suleiman's trust and affection. His loyalty and sharp intellect elevated him to the highest ranks of the empire, shaping decisions of immense impact. Together with Ibrahim, Suleiman learned the value of ruling with wisdom, promoting tolerance and cooperation between cultures and religions, a rarity for the time. Rise to power. At the age of 26, following his father's death, Suleiman ascended to the throne in 1520, inheriting an immense responsibility. While other rulers sought power through brute force, Suleiman had a broader vision. He believed in justice and compassion as the foundation of a prosperous reign. During this time, Suleiman met Roxolana, also known as Hurrem Sultan, a Ukrainian slave who became his beloved wife and advisor. Roxolana not only captured the Sultan's heart, but also wielded great influence in imperial politics, even playing a key role in matters of succession. Greatest challenges. Not even the wisest rulers are free from the challenges of fate. Suleiman faced formidable rivals, particularly in the West. His greatest adversary was Charles V, the all-powerful emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. Their rivalry extended beyond the battlefield, becoming a struggle for political and religious influence in Europe. The shrewd Sultan supported Protestant movements and other forces that challenged Charles's Catholic dominance, gradually weakening his grip on power. The battlefield, however, wasn't limited to land. Another major rival was the Genoese admiral Andrea Doria, who led Charles V's naval forces and challenged Ottoman control in the Mediterranean. Their conflict culminated in the famous Battle of Preveza in 1538, where Suleiman's fleet, commanded by the fearless Barbarossa, defeated Doria, securing Ottoman dominance over the eastern Mediterranean. Golden Age, Suleiman's architecture and justice. With his military victories secured and his borders protected, Suleiman turned his attention to building a lasting civilization. He believed that the true greatness of an empire was measured not only by territorial conquests, but also by its culture and justice. Suleiman became a great patron of the arts and architecture. Under his leadership, the renowned architect Mimar Sinan constructed some of the most impressive monuments in Ottoman history, such as the Grand Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul, a symbol of both power and spirituality. In addition, Suleiman restored and expanded the empire's infrastructure, connecting key cities with roads, bridges, and aqueducts, boosting the region's development and prosperity. In matters of justice, Suleiman reformed the Ottoman legal system, consolidating the Kanun, a set of laws that complemented Sharia law. These reforms not only brought stability to the empire, but also ensured a more just and efficient governance, benefiting the diverse peoples and religions under Ottoman rule. For this achievement, he became known not only as Suleiman the Magnificent, but also as Suleiman the lawgiver. Later life. The final years of Suleiman's life were dark, marked by the loss of his beloved Roxolana and palace intrigues. His health began to decline, and the issue of succession became increasingly complex. The chosen successor was not his strongest son, Mustafa, common in Islamic traditions where the strongest son typically seized power, but instead Roxolana's son, Selim II, a weaker man who would later be known as Selim the Drunkard. Under Roxolana's influence, Mustafa was executed, clearing the way for Selim II to take the throne, something Suleiman accepted with great sorrow. Suleiman died in 1566 during a military campaign at the age of 72, still striving to expand his empire. His body was brought back to Istanbul, where he rests to this day as the last great sultan of a glorious era. After his death. After Suleiman's death, the empire saw a shift in power dynamics. Selim II left the reins of control to his advisors, while the harem became increasingly influential. This marked the beginning of the Sultanate of Women, a period where the mothers and concubines of sultans played decisive roles in the empire's political decisions. Though the empire would continue to exist for centuries, the brilliance of Suleiman's era began to fade. Legacy and curiosities. Even after his death, Suleiman's legacy lives on. He expanded the Ottoman Empire to its greatest territorial and cultural heights, remembered not only for his military conquests, but also for his contributions to art and justice. Suleiman the lawgiver created a legal system that influenced the empire for centuries, ensuring the cohesion of a diverse and complex society. And here's a curious fact. Besides being a great conqueror, Suleiman was also a poet. Under the pseudonym Muhibi, he penned beautiful verses on love and politics. One of his most famous poems reflects his view on life and power. King is he whose heart is filled with love, not the one who reigns on a golden throne. And so, dear travelers, we reach the end of another journey through time. Suleiman the Magnificent was a leader whose wisdom, courage, and vision shaped the destiny of his empire and humanity as a whole. A man who conquered with the sword, the pen, and the heart, and whose lessons echo to this day. If this story piqued your curiosity, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to continue this journey with us. And as always, stay curious.